Hi, I'm Michelle Bersell, and in this short video, I'm going to teach you how you can feel more confident and tap into more of your personal power when negative feelings strike. Negative feelings such as anxiety or worry, anger, frustration, or guilt, and how you can make an internal shift in 5 minutes or less just by accessing your computer, your MP3 player, or even your cell phone.
Although this is weird for me to say, I've become known as a leading expert on emotional well-being, having appeared in magazines such as Woman's World and Parents Magazine, along with many others. I've also appeared on Fox Television and even had my latest book as a featured gift at the 2012 Emmy Awards, where stars actually received my book as a gift. So if you pay attention over the next couple of minutes, you will learn how you too can stay centered and know what next step you need to take during just about any negative emotional state you experience. You see, in any given waking hour, you experience 27 different emotions. While some of those times you feel happy and at peace, being human, you're going to have other times where you feel worried, overwhelmed, anxious, jealous, guilty, you name it. Worse yet is, if you don't know how to address these feelings in an empowered way, your feelings will unconsciously hold you back from what it is you want the most, whether that is to lose weight or be in a healthy relationship or have a fulfilling career. Unfortunately, most people don't know how to address their stress or feelings in an empowered way. Instead, what most of us have been taught is to resist your negative feelings by telling yourself things like, get over it, or it's not that bad. But then you find yourself engaging in unhealthy habits like overeating or having a few too many or retail therapy that leaves you broke, or remaining in an unhealthy relationship where your needs aren't entirely met. You see, what you are actually doing is resisting your negative feelings, and resistance causes that issue to persist. It's like when you go on a diet and you start resisting that chocolate cake, and all you want then, since you started the diet, is to have that chocolate cake. You resisting the cake makes it more prominent, and it's the same with negative feelings. You resisting them makes them more prominent as well. This means that the areas of your life you feel challenged with often make you feel like you are going around and around and around in circles, spinning your wheels, because you are resisting. But what if instead you learned your negative feelings were guiding you to access more of your personal power, increase your passion, and claim your desires? Or what if they were helping you to remain centered in a state of inner peace and to tap into more of your courage and strength, and to feel greater love towards yourself and others, as well as live vibrantly and filled with energy? This is exactly what happens when you learn how to access the empowered messages coming through your negative feelings. And each negative feeling carries with it a specific empowered message that you are meant to receive. The problem is that when you feel emotionally overwhelmed, your autopilot is to go into fear. And that fear brings you into a state where you feel smaller because that's what feels safer. But now you have a choice. With just a click of a button on your computer, your MP3 player, or even your cell phone, you could turn to a list of over 65 emotions and in 5 minutes or less, shift out of your small self and instead access empowered insight so you can move forward feeling more confident and connected to the real, true, empowered you. So let me give you a couple of scenarios. Let's say you're at work and you're in the middle of a brainstorming session with a group of people, when suddenly you feel yourself shrinking in that group. Internally, you are struggling with feeling inadequate and you're wondering if you have anything meaningful to contribute. Rather than continue to listen to that inner dialogue that is saying how you don't measure up, you can excuse yourself, or at your next break, simply go to your computer. And there you can watch a video, listen to an audio recording, or read a transcript in 5 minutes or less, and you will be connecting with that empowered message. You will be able to see what your small self is telling you regarding that sense of inadequacy and what your empowered self is trying to tell you through that sense of inadequacy. And this is not a pep talk. This is about you reclaiming your power by remembering your truth so that you can be that version of yourself that you hold true in your heart. Let's take another scenario where you're in an argument with your spouse, your child, your parent, or a friend, and you feel frustrated and unsupported in that moment. So rather than spat out hurtful comments, you take a 5-minute break, 5-minute time out, and you decide to go outside, turn on your MP3 player, and listen to what you can do differently about your frustration to turn the situation around. This is guiding you to step out of what you usually do and to claim an empowered stance to change the situation that feels good and right to you from within, and that will feel good and right to others receiving. The choice between reacting in the same manner as you have in the past versus responding confidently, even courageously, is literally at your fingertips. I call this one-of-a-kind revolutionary program, F.E.E.L on the go. And this is like having a 24/7 emotional support system there for you by your side every time a negative feeling comes up. With the support of F.E.E.L on the go, you are retraining yourself to recognize your feelings as a signal, letting you know and alerting you when you are buying into fear versus believing in yourself and your unique gifts. F.E.E.L on the go is about giving you an empowered choice when it comes to meeting the challenges that come with everyday life, so that instead of unconsciously reacting, you have the choice to instead respond, and respond from a place of empowerment. And this positively impacts you in all ways, because it's going to impact your sense of self and your self-esteem, which leads you to treating yourself better and making beneficial changes, such as exercising more or eating healthier. And this is going to lead to you feeling a greater sense of inner peace, increasing your sense of joy, and feeling more overall fulfilled. Now, at this point, you may be thinking, what does something like this cost, where I have 24/7 access to an emotional support system at my fingertips? Most people would say having this type of empowering emotional guidance is priceless. And my main objective was finding a program that was affordable way that also gives you instant access to the guidance you need so you can live the life your heart desires.
Let me ask you how you are going to feel years from now, knowing you had the opportunity to positively change the way you address your life by spending 5 minutes or less every time a negative feeling came up. And that could have helped you make those forward steps to create the life that you desire from your heart and create a life that feels good and right and fulfilling from within.
Let me tell you what will happen if you claim this opportunity now. What happens is that you will be able to see how your old ways have kept you off target, and instead you see yourself feeling more confident because of the empowered choices you are now making. The truth is, you are no longer in the dark with why you feel the way you do, and you aren't resisting your feelings either, which leads you to create the changes internally and externally in your life.
Because I want you to experience your negative feelings as one of your greatest strengths, I wanted to make sure this was a bargain compared to what else was out there. And the truth is, there is nothing else like this available.
A couple of personal coaching or therapy sessions can set you back hundreds to thousands of dollars. Even the closest friend isn't always around when you need them, and even if they're present, might not lead you in the direction that is best for you.
So how much is it worth to you to get support the moment you need it? How much is it worth to you to get support so that you can move outside your comfort zone and be able to take those forward steps to create the change your heart is longing for you to make?
Other professionals in my field said I should sell this for nothing less than $497 because of the impact your emotions have on every single area of your life, especially those areas of your life that matter the most to you. Now, I know $497 can feel like a lot, so I felt like a fair regular price to offer this program would be only at $197. But I wanted to make this a no-brainer, and I also wanted this to be an affordable option for anyone and everyone who is serious about having an empowered choice anytime a negative feeling comes up, which is why I am offering this program for only $97. Plus, I'm also going to include the New Consciousness Evolution audio series 1, 2, and 3, where I have interviewed some of the most well-known, sought-after experts who are speaking to you about how to live your life consciously rather than reactionary. These are experts that are hard to get interviews with, such as Oprah's regular Ilana Van Zandt and New York Times best-selling authors such as Dr. Larry Dossey, Sonia Choquette, Dr. Joan Borysenko, and Sark, which in total will include 36 audio interviews, which you get on MP3s, plus my Conscious Living ebook and the Conscious Living guidebook. Now, if you were to add it up, we're talking $197 for the regular price of F.E.E.L on the Go, plus New Consciousness Evolution number 1 with 12 MP3 audio recordings for your library with the ebook at $97. Series number 2, another 12 MP3 audio recordings at $67. And then series number 3, the last 12 interviews that you get on MP3s plus the New Consciousness Evolution guidebook at $97. That's close to $500 in value that you get for just $97.
What this means is that you'll be able to begin shifting from stress to peace, from disempowerment to empowerment, and most importantly, be creating emotional mastery in your life.
Plus, you have my 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee because I want you to feel safe and confident as you invest in you. Now, here's the thing. You need to act now because this is just a market test price and can very well double. So, as I see it, you have 3 options. The first is to do nothing, and you risk continuing to spin your wheels. The second is to try what you learned today and wing it. But when you feel emotionally overwhelmed again, you're not going to have a go-to system you can count on and will likely forget your empowered choice, which is going to leave you feeling overwhelmed, uncertain, or filled with self-doubt. The third choice is to try F.E.E.L on the Go. F.E.E.L on the Go takes the guesswork of what your empowered self is calling you to do and gets you back on track in that moment to living your best life.
All that there's left for you to do is to click the big, shiny, inviting button below, and you'll be on your way to turning your negative feelings into one of your greatest strengths. I look forward to teaching you and to sharing with you more immediately as soon as you click that button below.